Hi there, YouTube. It is I, the one, the only Naudia Exotica. I wanted to stop by and kind of enchant your ears once more. There's been so much going on. For those who don't tune into the live streams, I'm no longer doing music lessons. Essentially, my teacher, who's phenomenal, love her to bits and pieces, who's been retired, just, essentially just wants to fully be retired. And not only do I respect her so much for it, but I most certainly didn't want my music to stress her out or cause any more, or put any more on her plate than necessary. So it was most certainly necessary to just kind of halt the music lessons and just kind of, I don't know, confide in each other in terms of like music and stuff, and I guess piggyback on ideas and just still be wonderful and creative all the same, just at a different capacity. And I just think it's like a wonderful thing that she just takes it all off and doesn't stress about any of it or overdo her retirement, right? Like when you want to be retired from something, you want to retire from it fully, especially in this world, right? So it was just kind of best, and now we're kind of just, I don't know, we're just friends. So yes, and then I also wanted to say I'm going to have a vlog up later in the week along with a short little video in addition to. I also wanted to say thank you to those in attendance to my most recent live stream. It was the most views I've ever gotten on YouTube, and I'm so thankful for that. Lots more to come, I promise. And there was a comment made by somebody that kind of got the wheels turning, like just kind of inspired me. And so I kind of want to, I guess, lace you up on a little bit of game or just kind of spit some real shit, and I hope that's okay. Hence the video title, The Transgender Art of War, because it just kind of got me thinking and inspired. Especially given what I've seen online in terms of trans people, in terms of, I guess, the social aspects of transition and people not letting others be in terms of just living the way that they see fit without harm to others. Well, then you have the other side of the coin too, where it's this whole clusterfuck. And I always like to say on my YouTube that I'm a wild card, okay? And I'm sticking to my guns with that. That's kind of how I've always been. So, yeah. So the comment that someone had made to me was, I don't know how you do it, like with the hate, I couldn't do it. I don't like the hate. And what I suggested was, please, like, turn the comments off. You can still watch my live stream, just turn off the live chat, because I would never want someone to absorb the stuff people throw at me on live stream and take it personally. Never. I'm very quick-witted and very kind of like one-liner comebacks. That's just been second nature for me, and it doesn't bother me at all. As a matter of fact, the heat that people think they're throwing at me on YouTube Live, I couldn't roast a marshmallow with it. I couldn't light an incense stick with it, for crying out loud. So it literally has no direct effect on my reality at all. But for others, I know that's probably not the case. So what I want to say first and foremost, and this doesn't even, like everything, every other one of my videos, it has nothing to do with gender identity necessarily. It could be completely irrelevant to that. So if you attach yourself to anything I say, that's wonderful. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't apply, you let it fly. But I feel as though, specifically to transition, your foundation and your mental fortitude has to be extremely unwavering and strong. I have a feeling that building strength comes with building the confidence, right? And at the root of that, what you need to understand is words have the power that you give to them. So essentially, if someone says something to you and you don't really give a fuck about that person, they don't really matter to your existence on a day-to-day basis, why should their words affect you, right? That's something I've come to learn. Another thing I've come to learn is the person who makes the loudest ruckus, the loudest fuss, is going to be the person that people kind of point their finger at and label the guilty party because you're making a huge reaction out of it. Whereas the person who's cool, calm, and collected and more composed in their rebuttal, they're looked at as a more rational one. So I just want to say that, and I don't mean to come across harsh when I say this. It's not aimed at anybody. It's not aimed at the person who, made this comment to me, by no means. But it just, if this rings true to you, I just want you to kind of ruminate. I just want you to kind of sit with it and think about it. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because if you look back at some of the comments or whatever have you in the live streams that I do, my reaction to some specific comments is very minimal. And there's a reason for that. It's because it draws out more anger in the other person. I'm less reactive and they're more reactive. Therefore, they look stupid. If your identity is rooted in something concrete, why on earth feel the need to convince others? And why not showcase that people's bullshit doesn't get to you, right? Like, why feel the need to try and push something or to try and convince anyone of anything, truthfully, especially when they don't matter to you? That's something that I've always kind of grappled with the online trans stuff, because it just, at the end of the day, what matters is how well you sleep at night, the type of person that you are, and I guess how you counteract people's fuckery. I suppose the whole purpose of this video is to just encourage you to build strength, especially if you're at the very, very beginning stages of transition, is to, I guess, build yourself up. The moment that someone close to you, someone that you're attached to, someone that you love says something, I think that's a whole other conversation. But in terms of just bullshit online, I mean, for crying out loud, that shit should play no part in your mental stability, your mental fortitude, or the way that you are intellectually. I think if you let people get to you, they won. For one. For two, so what? So you call me a man. Okay, I'm a man. What does that change? Truthfully, what does that do? If you really think about it, it kind of makes the other person cope, because you're kind of taking that power away. Yeah, sure, I'm a man. Okay, and? So what? I think what it really boils down to is action and reaction, right? How you react to things is exactly what defines you as a person. Now, I know sometimes I don't react in the most polite way. Fuck politeness. But I never claimed to be a saint. No, have I? How you react is exactly the type of person that you are. I know 100% I'm working on things. As I get older, I'm kind of like even more so trying to kind of pull in the reins, I guess. But there's still that edge there. That won't ever go away. I am my mother's daughter after all. And she is the exact reason why you see the person before you. And I make no apologies, right? Because I've always been the type of person to give people a fair warning. I mean, like, seriously, when it comes down to it, like, I can be as cute as a bug's ear until you take it there with me. And when you poke the bear, my darling, you don't dare get to say, I didn't tell you so. I didn't initially warn you. But luckily I don't have to worry about anything like that in my friend group, in my immediate circles. Like, it's just so drama free, right? But speaking in terms of like the past, there's been people who've tried to take it there with me, and they're so pitifully put in their place. It's not even funny. So I don't know whether it has to do with stock, whether it has to do with who I come from, or whether it's like this kind of innate thing. It's like, why feel the need to prove yourself? Especially to a random stranger? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who you should really be proving it to is yourself. You should be looking to literally no one to validate you except for yourself. So that's kind of the epitome of this, all right? Validate your own self because that's really all that matters at the end of the day. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and look forward to the other videos that are coming out this week. I wanted to go get a piercing, but the lady who does dermal piercings isn't in on Monday, so hopefully Wednesday. And I'll make a whole day of it and I'll vlog. I have like a couple other vlog pieces I'm going to be putting together, so be on the lookout for that. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and for the newcomers, of course, welcome to this circus, I guess, that is my channel, the whorehouse of YouTube. And strap in, as I always say. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or video requests, feel free to email me. My email is naudiaexotica@gmail.com. Follow all my links at naudiaexotica.com. And also don't forget to read my blog, which is naudiascuriotrove.com. If you want to support the channel, you can make your way over to patreon.com/naudiaexotica, where you can find way more quirky little videos, snippets, tidbits, odds and ends, whatever suits you over there. So until the next video, you guys, you will be hearing from me very soon.